Welcome back to Key West Uncovered, everyone. I'm Claire, your inside guide to all things happening on this magical island at the southern tip of the U.S. I've spent more years than I care to mention exploring these sun-drenched streets, sampling conch fritters, dancing to steel drums, and gathering stories from salty locals. And I've never been more excited to share what's buzzing this season. With me, as always, is Brad, our adventurous co-host who's never shy about asking the big questions.
Hey Claire, I've got my notepad ready and my flip-flops on. I'm all ears. Let's dive in. When people think of Key West, they think of laid-back vibes, unforgettable sunsets, and of course a never-ending calendar of festivals and events. What's happening right now that travelers need to know about?
Brad, it's a packed lineup as usual. Key West doesn't do quiet seasons when it comes to entertainment. We're smack in the middle of a festive spell that leads right into the holidays and beyond. First off, let's talk about The Foreigner at the Red Barn Theater. Running December 12th through January 11th, 2025 at 319 Duval Street, this hilarious Southern comedy classic is a must-see if you love live theater. Picture a shy man pretending he can't speak English and then unwittingly becoming the confidant to a wild cast of characters with secrets galore. It's the kind of laughter that'll have your cheeks hurting.
That sounds like a riot. Key West theater scene always impresses me. But what about something that screams Key West holiday magic? Any big festive spectacles?
Oh, absolutely. Let's talk about the annual Schooner Wharf Bar Lighted Boat Parade happening December 12 to 15. This is a tradition that's pure Key West. Boats decked out in twinkling lights sailing past a captivated audience. On December 14th, they host the main event, a line of illuminated vessels gliding by, reflecting on the harbor's surface. Spectators crowd the waterfront, cocktails in hand, kids on shoulders, everyone gazing in awe. Then December 15th brings an awards ceremony celebrating the most creative displays. It's a beloved holiday moment where even the boats get to dress up and shimmer.
A lighted boat parade. Now that's a Florida Keys twist on holiday cheer. I'm guessing that's not the only festive fling in town.
Oh, we're just getting started. The Waterfront Winter Wonderland at Truman Waterfront Park is on from December 13th to December 28th. Imagine Key West transformed into a charming, wintry escape. Holiday lights everywhere. Local artisans selling handmade gifts. An ice skating rink, yes, ice skating in the tropics. Live music, rides for kids, and delicious treats. It's family-friendly. With a $12 admission fee, kids under 5 free. Whether you're nibbling on holiday sweets or gliding on that surreal rink beneath palm trees, it's pure holiday enchantment.
I can barely skate on ice in northern climates. Doing it in Key West must feel like a dream. Got any special shows for folks looking to enjoy a night out in town?
Check out the Key West Theater's holiday lineup. On December 13th, the Magic of Christmas show blends illusions and festive flair. There's a candy bar, complimentary cookies, and even a dancing Grinch, something to keep the whole family smiling. For jazz lovers, Larry Smith's Holiday Jazz Show on December 17th brings Key West's own jazz legend back to the stage after a long hiatus, mixing holiday classics with a dash of improvisation. Pair that with the convivial ambiance of the theater, and you have a magical December night.
That's quite the variety. Theater, parades, winter wonderlands. How about some comedy?
Comedy Key West is hosting Jim Florentine from December 18 to 21. With a career spanning decades, he's known for his fearless, gut-busting sets. Located at 218 Whitehead Street, Comedy Key West is intimate, the kind of place where the laughter bounces off the walls. After a day at the beach, settle in for some stand-up. Trust me, your sides will ache.
So we've got festivals, parades, theaters, magic shows, jazz, and comedy. Is there any end to the fun in Key West?
Not a chance. And that's just the festivals and events segment. Live entertainment is practically a constant hum here. Let's switch gears to the live music scene. Key West's bars and restaurants double as live music stages. At Hog's Breath Saloon, for instance, you can catch artists like the Andy Westcott Band doing their funky, soulful sets, or singer-songwriters like Cher, who bring a country flair with acoustic warmth. Imagine sipping a cold drink under swaying palms while someone strums a guitar and croons classic rock or old country tunes. It's paradise, no question.
I've heard Hog's Breath Saloon is legendary. Any other spots or names I should know?
Jonathan Williams is another name to remember. He plays at spots like Pier House Resort and Spa and Boondocks Grill. He's a true professional, 15 years in the game, versatile sets ranging from blues to classic rock, and he can tailor his music to the crowd's vibe. Perfect if you're relaxing by the water or want a live soundtrack for your sunset dinner. And the best part about live entertainment in Key West is you can wander Duval Street and just follow your ears. You'll stumble upon talent at every corner.
That spontaneity is part of what I love about Key West. Now, let's talk about the latest news. What's trending, what's the buzz, and what's the big upcoming tradition everyone is raving about?
The big headline this season, the legendary conch shell drop at Sloppy Joe's on New Year's Eve. As December 31st approaches, the town prepares for an event unlike anything you've seen. Forget Times Square's ball. Here, a giant, beautifully crafted conch shell descends as midnight strikes. Duval Street becomes a dance floor, a communal celebration, a toast to the good life. Live music, open-air revelry, and an island twist on the year's biggest party. It's authentically Key West.
A conch shell drop. That's definitely something to brag about back home. What else is making waves news-wise?
There's the annual Key West Literary Seminar in January. It's a massive draw for book lovers. Think Pulitzer Prize winners, best-selling authors, and intimate discussions about family, stories, and the human experience. It's more than an event. It's a conversation that unfolds across cozy venues like the historic San Carlos Institute. If you've ever dreamed of talking literature under swaying palms and pastel sunsets, this is your moment. Even if passes are sold out, they host free public readings. It's a literary paradise right here in Key West.
I can imagine sipping Cuban coffee and chatting about novels just steps from the beach. That's Key West for you. Culture meets vacation. Anything for fitness enthusiasts?
The Key West Half Marathon and Run Fest in January is a huge draw. Picture running a scenic route along the ocean, maybe spotting a sunrise as you pound the pavement. Flat, fast, and considered one of the top winter half marathons, it's perfect for serious runners and casual joggers. After the race, Key West's bars, beaches, and brunch spots are all yours. It's a unique runner's destination. And yes, you can celebrate your finish line victory with a waterfront margarita. Why not?
A run followed by margaritas and a hammock nap. That's balance. Let's shift to your insider recommendations. What's one top tour that screams Key West experience? Something that gives a sense of history, culture, and the island's heartbeat.
The Old Town Trolley Tours are legendary here. Hop on, hop off at 13 stops that cover 100 points of interest. It's an open-air ride that lets you take in Key West's Victorian architecture, its marine and literary heritage, and landmarks like the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum or the Key West Aquarium. You'll get a feel for the island's layout and discover hidden corners, like a charming lane that leads to the southernmost point. Guides are well-trained storytellers. By the end, you'll know Key West's past, and you'll have a nice list of places you want to revisit on foot.
That's perfect for first-time visitors who want a real introduction. Now, all this talk about festivities and touring works up an appetite. Where should I dine that gives the essence of Key West's culinary scene?
Louie's Backyard is the spot. For over 40 years, this Caribbean-American culinary gem has served fresh seafood and inventive dishes in a historic clapboard house. Think conch chowder, Florida lobster and truffle butter, jerk-rubbed salmon, each dish vibrant, island-inspired. The setting is classic Key West, old-world charm inside, open decks overlooking the ocean outside. Sip a cocktail as the sun dips below the horizon. Sample the flavors that blend Caribbean zest with American comfort. Reservations are wise, as it's a local and tourist favorite. It's not just dinner. It's an experience that captures the soul of Key West.
I'm mentally tasting that conch chowder now. After dinner, I might want to do something adventurous. Fishing is huge here, right? Any charter recommendations?
Gulfstream Fishing is your go-to for a classic party boat fishing trip. At about $68 for a 6-hour charter, it's accessible and family-friendly. Imagine heading out early, the salt breeze in your face, as the crew, a friendly professional bunch, helps you hook snapper, grouper, who knows what else. They cater to beginners, so no worries if you've never fished before. You'll return with a story and hopefully dinner. It's another way Key West's maritime spirit comes alive. And if you're lucky, you'll pull in a prize catch while the sun glistens off turquoise waters.
Ah, fishing off Key West, that's a classic Keys experience. Let's not forget one of the island's signatures, the sunset cruise. There are so many options. Which one stands out?
Fury Water Adventures is a top pick. They do everything: snorkeling, parasailing, dolphin tours, but their sunset sails are a must. Picture gliding over gentle waves, a drink in hand, music playing softly, and the sky going from gold to pink to purple. The crew makes sure you're comfortable, the vibe is relaxed yet festive, and you often spot dolphins or see other boats silhouetted against the horizon. It's the quintessential way to end your day in Key West, perfect for couples, families, or groups of friends celebrating life's little joys.
Claire, I'm getting seriously itchy feet just listening to this. Everything you've described: festivals, live music, cultural events, literary seminars, active pursuits like the half marathon, historical tours, fine dining, fishing charters, sunset cruises. It's like Key West has it all. Let's try to wrap this up with a snapshot. If I'm a traveler who only has a few days in Key West, how do I make the most of it?
Here's my dream mini itinerary. Start with the Old Town Trolley Tour to get your bearings. Then pick your festival or event, maybe the lighted boat parade if you're here in December, or head to the Waterfront Winter Wonderland for some holiday sparkle. In the afternoon, settle at Louie's backyard for a long lunch or dinner. Taste the flavors of the island. After dark, wander into a local bar like Hog's Breath Saloon for live music and a nightcap. Next morning, rise early for a fishing trip with Gulfstream Fishing. Come back with stories and dinner. In the evening, hop on a Fury Water Adventures sunset cruise and toast the day's end. If you catch the island during one of its signature celebrations like the conch shell drop or the literary seminar, weave that in. Essentially, let Key West's rhythms guide you. Do a little bit of everything. That's the beauty of this place.
I love that approach. Key West calls for a blend of planning and spontaneity. Find an event you love, then leave room for surprise discoveries. The busker at Mallory Square, the hidden gallery on a side street, or the impromptu jam session at a corner bar. And don't forget sunscreen and flip-flops.
Absolutely, Brad. This island rewards curiosity, and that's the magic. Key West isn't just a place, it's a feeling, a slow sway in a hammock, a shared laugh with strangers, a spark of color in every sunset. It's history, art, music, cuisine, and a certain wild spirit that you won't find anywhere else.
Claire, you always put it so perfectly. Well, folks, that's our extensive review into what's happening in Key West right now. We've covered upcoming festivals like the Foreigner and the Lighted Boat Parade, magical holiday events, musical acts, comedy shows, the famous conch shell drop, literary gatherings, marathons, top tours like the Old Town Trolley, gourmet dining at Louie's backyard, fishing charters with Gulfstream Fishing, and of course, a glorious sunset cruise with Fury Water Adventures.
Yes, we certainly have. If our listeners take anything away, it's that Key West is a paradise packed with culture and charm. Come for the festivals, stay for the music and sunsets, and leave with cherished memories. And if you do make the trip, don't be shy. Send us your stories. We love hearing about your adventures.
I'm officially inspired. Listeners, what are you waiting for? Book that trip, bring your sense of adventure, and prepare to be dazzled. And hey, pack that sunscreen. Trust me, you'll need it.
This has been Key West Uncovered, courtesy of KeyWestTourist.com. I'm Claire, your Key West concierge, signing off with a big island smile. Until next time, may your travels be sunny, your drinks be cold, and your journey filled with all the laughter and wonder this island can offer.
And I'm Brad, wishing you smooth seas, vibrant sunsets, and the perfect pair of flip-flops. Catch you in the Conch Republic soon.